Hi YouTube, this is Bayu here. I had some problem with before. Look at how white this is. This is called arrowroot flour. And look at how dark is this. This is 100% whole wheat flour. Why I'm using whole wheat flour? Because I'm diabetic, guys. You know that. And I cannot eat regular wheat. My sugar blood goes to the moon and beyond. So if I make, I'm not gonna call it as we know it here because then DJ is gonna get upset at me. It's a female, a young, nice lady that works not far from here. That she's a supporter. Actually, she's helping my producer with some financial help. And she's gonna jump on me because she would think that this is a tortilla. No, it is not a tortilla. The Indian, the Hindus, and the Africans believe it. Now, Western Africa, they call it chapati. So we're gonna make some chapati. And why I'm teaching you about chapati? Because it's a simple way to make bread. Behind on my back, I have a comal, that's the Americas, and a small Korean stove heating up the comal. They're gonna check it out real quick. This is how you're supposed to check. You drop cup of water and it dries real quick. Yes. So what I'm going to do is I have half a cup of whole wheat, half a cup, roughly around 4, and we are going to get a quarter of a cup of water to the rim. But I'm not going to put it all. I'm just going to use the fingers. And probably going to stop again because I forgot to get the olive oil, but don't worry about it. I'm going to put a little bit more. Okay guys, remember the rule in baking. You can always add more, but you can never take out. Meaning that if you already put too much water, you have to put more flour. You don't want to do that. So that's why you put a little bit at a time. Okay? And when you're doing this, you're trying to clean your bowl. So, a little bit more. Okay. And remember, when you're kneading, that's the right word, dough, you're supposed to be doing it with some sort of appreciation, some sort of love. I don't know why. I'm not a pastry man, but it holds water. There are some Japanese scientists that they discovered that if you curse the water when it's being frozen, the shape of the ice crystal look real weird. But when you talk real sweet to the water before it freezes and becomes a ice particle, it looks nice. Don't ask me, I'm not crazy. I saw it on the internet, okay? So you can do a research, Japanese PhD. Okay, so what we gotta do is, see, once you do it with love, the pan is clean. So we're gonna put it over here, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna put a little bit of olive oil. I'm not gonna make a mess. Not too much, but we're gonna get maybe half a teaspoon first. Okay. So we're just gonna go and roll it and roll it and roll it. And I learned this from one of the old little, oops, I should not use the old. One of those ladies that bake a lot, to put a little olive oil in your hand. Move that out of the way. So it will not stick in your hand. So you just play with it a little bit. If you would hand me that, roll it on the table, I would be appreciated, producer. I was not quite ready, guys. See, this is only 5 minutes. This is supposed to be 5 minutes, no more. Now, I know you're going to tell me, whoa, and I'm going to take this to the field. That's fine. You can use a water bottle. I have it behind me. Then I'm going to move over and get it real quick. So you can see that you can roll the dough. Okay, now as the African ladies, West African ladies do it, you roll it like this when you got 5 minutes, and then you basically split it. We're gonna make 3. 1, 3. So you make a circle. 1, not a circle, but a bowl, a sphere. That's the right geometry shape. So, and make sure the spheres actually basically have the same, ooh, sorry guys. Okay, so see, you have 3. So what you do next is you squash it like a gordita kind of deal, or like the South American or Colombians and Venezuelans eat, what's the name? I forgot the name, but that's made out of corn wheat. This is not it. And I'm using a little bit of arrowroot, kind of dip it a little bit, and we're gonna let it relax for about 5 minutes or so. Okay, I don't make too much of a mess right here. Okay, so I'm gonna move over here, and I'm gonna get one of those aluminum bottles so you can see it. That you don't have to have a roller in the field. Regular water bottle. So what you do is you put a little bit of flour. In this case, I'm using arrowroot. You know, just like arrow. And then we're gonna put this over here, out of the way. And we're gonna see how nice you roll. Then we're going to flip it. If it gets starch on the bottom, that's not a big deal. Get a little bit more and you sprinkle it on the tortilla, and then you roll the batter some more. Okay. So no, don't tell me you cannot use your water bottle, to roll. And oh, excuse me, I used the wrong word. Chapati. Remember, this is chapati. This is not tortilla. 100% wheat. Or whole wheat, that's the right word. Okay, so what you want to do is put some more flour so we're not sticky. Now, the Africans, the Eastern Africa, excuse me, they use a little bit of ghee. You can put butter, you can put grease, you can put fat, whatever you want to use it. Okay, cameraman, we're ready for you to position your camera to the other side. Okay guys, hopefully your hands have been washed. But this is a technique of the Mesoamerican Indians. They flap it from one hand to the next one. Even the Native Americans, when they're making their fried tacos, they do that to it. So this is part of the process, the American process, because the Hindus, the Eastern Africa don't do that. So what you do is, you place it over here, okay? And basically it's 1 minute. And you see how it changes the color. Maybe my producer can give me a little plate too. A plate so I can put this. Okay, so you see how it's changing colors? Once you start changing colors, what you want to do is, you don't want to have too much fire. Thank you, producer. Okay, so we're going to leave it like that, and then we're going to go back and start rolling the second one. Now I'm going to use the appropriate tool. Okay. Again, if it gets sticky, okay, I'm not a chef or not a baker, but this is not difficult, guys. And remember, you can have a pound or 2 pounds of wheat on your rucksack, a little bit of oil, and you can have hot bread in the morning or in the evening. Okay, it doesn't have to be round. I mean, we're not an expert at this, so any shape will do. Don't forget your tortilla in the back. Make sure that you see how it's bubbling up. You want that. You want to have a little bubbles. Okay. So what you do is you take a look. See this bubble? If it doesn't bubble big, then it's fine. Or if it does big, that's even better. I don't have my spatula, but you don't need it. Okay, you really don't need it. There you go. You want a golden brown. You don't want it black. Remember, this is not a regular flour. This is 100% whole wheat. So it's a little bit darker and healthier too. At least for people like me that have sugar problems, type 2. Okay. Why did I use olive oil? Because that allows the dough not to get real dry. Okay, and if it doesn't get real dry, it gets the texture of the bread. Here we go. Second one, guys. The dry flour you see there is the is the arrowroot. Okay. Now we have one more, guys. Again, if you never use a rolling pin, it's not difficult. Cameraman, please. I'm not moving you back and forth. It's not hard. It's not a science. But imagine, guys, you got nothing else to do, but you have 2 Ziploc bags of wheat, whole wheat or flour. You can eat. Now remember the Mesoamerican Indians, my distant cousins, they eat corn. Remember, corn is 100% American and wheat is European, Middle Eastern to be precise. So, and there's nothing wrong with corn. So if you don't like a chapati made out of flour, oops, now I'm going to get in trouble with my horticulture. You can make chapati with with corn flour. I hope nobody Hindus or Eastern African look at me, because I know they're going to talk about me. But basically, when you're hungry, you deal with what you have, guys. Okay, remember, this is some training that you don't see too often on video. Okay, remember, it's chapati. It's not tortillas. So, Dolores is not going to get on me. And she opened up on YouTube, so I'm going to see if I can talk about her YouTube side. If she gave me permission, I'll tell you the next time that I cook. Okay, last one, guys. This is not round because I'm not an expert, so you don't need to be an expert, and it has a hole, but you know, the purpose of this is to learn. Okay? Is to learn. Now, this is what I told you a while back. A comal, this is not a frying pan, but a comal is one of the most come on, man. Producer. This has no salt, no sugar, just 100% wheat, and a little bit of arrowroot just to make sure it doesn't stick to your rolling pin or your water bottle, guys. So, in the case of emergency, forgive me, in the case of emergency, the only thing that you have is flour. Can you eat? Yeah. You can make chapati, you can make tortilla. Now, if you want to know what's the difference between the chapati and wheat tortilla is, with tortilla you put baking powder. they call it it's a special royal. It's a special baking powder that you find in Latin America. Here is a hammer and hidden hammer, isn't it? Arm and hammer, there you go. Guys, but like I said before, you're eating a soup and you need more of the starch, good starch. This is it. And how long it took to make it? 5 minutes? 10 minutes? Okay guys, so you have learned how to make chapati, not with flour tortilla, okay? Remember that, chapati. Thank you to my subscriber, to my new subscriber, to my supporters. I appreciate your help. I know my producer was happy. She's the one that get the help. She needs it more than I do. Okay guys, chapati, 5 minutes. You don't have a roller, you use your water bottle. 50-50. If you use a cup of water, a cup of flour, half a cup of water. If you use 2/3 or a cup of wheat, 1/3 of water, okay? 2 to 1, that's the ratio basically. Talk to you later guys. Behave.